Hi there. Welcome back to the challenge. Still all three objectives yet to be completed. I think this time's the one though. I think you got them this time. Good luck. Hi there. Welcome back to the challenge. We're taking another shot at this, and we have all three objectives still yet to be completed. Let's do it. Good luck. Okay, unfortunately didn't hit any of the objectives on this attempt. No worries though, still 3 left to go. We'll get them next time. All right, thanks for playing the challenge, and we'll see. Hello and welcome back to this challenge. I congratulate you first of all on your stick-to-itiveness with this. All 3 objectives still yet to be completed. Let's do this. All right, no objectives completed on this attempt. Let's run it back, maybe try this one again. And that's going to do it for me. Well, hopefully we'll... For this Quail Hollow challenge, we've already had a nice drive on this par 5, and that green is screaming green light. Let's go for the green and see how close we can get to that pin. Being able to set yourself up for eagles when given the opportunity is one of the keys to going low in this game. Best of luck. All right, this is your final attempt. Let's make it count. Okay, no objectives completed on that attempt, but let's just run it again, see if we can do better next time. All right, we're giving this one another go. All three objectives still up for grabs for this challenge. I have faith in you. You know I always have faith in you. Good luck. Let's go. All right, this is your last attempt at the challenge. Make it count. All right, this challenge probably worth taking another shot at. No objectives complete so far, but I think you're starting to get the feel of it. Let's try again, maybe. All right, that's it. I'm going away for a little bit, but I'll see you real soon.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We've got first-round action of the Champions Invitational coming your way. Good to be with you today. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak and John McCarthy are down on the course. And Rich, can't wait to tee up our season. We're here together at Spyglass Hill.
And what a place to start. First 5 holes, you go out, you get great views of the ocean on the 6th.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're on the cliffs of La Jolla, California, the famed Torrey Pines venue, and it's our opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. We're excited to begin this week's coverage on 2K Sports, and also what's in store for us this week. Okay, balls in the air. Let's see how this round plays out. So standing over this one from the second cut. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Torrey Pines South has a wonderful short par 4 coming right here at the second.
Yeah, a nice little ease into the round, isn't it? Fairway metal off the tee, driver really not needed, but this green can get a little tricky with 3 distinct tiers on it. Find the right one, and you could be finding an early birdie.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And if this can go down, he'll save par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. There are so many stunning holes on this entire property, but there's few more picturesque than this downhill par 3 third.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Currently 1 under for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 4th hole runs right along the cliffs here of La Jolla, and it's a very strong par 4.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
His second shot here. That's out to the right for sure. This would be a great up and down. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4. Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This one will be diving hard to the right.
Oh, did you see that fly right past the hole? Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
The 6 hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Is there anything classier than someone that could hit a driver off the deck? Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Here comes a big putt, guys. Yeah, this is, what, 43 feet or so to the cup?
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Over to 7 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich. A great par 4 that requires good positioning off the tee as well.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
Opting for the 9-iron. That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. How close was that to going in? Par putt coming up here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently 1 under for the event. The 8th at Torrey Pines South is an uphill par 3. It can be a hole in one hole, or it can be an absolute brute to even find the green, depending on where that hole location is.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. Going with the 6-iron here. 8 feet to the cup. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Well, he's hit a good shot there. Got plenty of distance too. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going left to right.
He looked to have pulled that one. That's just about 3 feet away. That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker with that putt, saves the par. Well done.
Now 5 strokes behind. The back nine at Torrey Pines South starts with a shortish par 4, but the angle of the fairway makes this quite a tricky hole.
That camber's pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
And that's the line in the sand. I'll be glad to be putting now. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well holed.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And he needs this to save par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
We'll talk about strong, long, and difficult. Let's stand on the 12 here. And is there a harder par 4 on the entire property?
There is not. I mean, this is just usually right back into the teeth of the breeze. Not wind, just a little breeze. Enough to make it about 30 yards longer. You got some bunkers left and right that you got to deal with, but from there, you got a green that sits above the fairway just enough to make that second shot just a little bit longer. This is a brute, an absolute brute.
Going with the hybrid. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And this putt to move into the top 20. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
That's disappointing. An opportunity to make a par here. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. 13 is a really cool par 5, the first of 2 in the inward 6 holes here, but you've got to nail your drive if you want to get there in 2.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely did they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Coming out of the rough, I think this one's going to be short.
This is his 4th shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Time to get the flat stick out now. Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
A clutch par putt.
Sitting at -2 for the event. Over to 14 we go, a par 4.
And a really good par 4 once again. Dogleg from right to left. Those bunkers on the left, you don't want any part of them. And from there, the difficulty is judging the distance with your second shot. This is an infinite edge look from the fairway. So when it pins in the back section of this green, it's nearly impossible to judge the distance. This is a wonderful, wonderful design.
All right, clubbing up.
That's just inside the range. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And that performance will now take him to 3 under par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Wonderfully played. Second shot here on the 15th. Well, that should find the bunker. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
And that's safely on the surface, but still some work left with the putter. John, have you got a read on this one?
Okay, this one's going up the hill and moving to the left.
Whoa, back there, horsey. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
This is for damage limitation.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par. Well, the finish at Torrey Pines South captivates everyone. It really starts here at the 16th, par 3 playing across the ravine.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That's disappointing.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
That's a golf shot. Well executed. Inside 5 feet. Should make the putt from there. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
And he's hit that inside the range.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
A birdie putt awaits. John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one should move just a touch to the right.
Nice line. And holds it for birdie. And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5. You can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Yeah, this lie's pretty deep here.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one.
Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Oh. 7 feet to the cup. He finishes up with a par at the last. So, after the opening round, and a pretty solid one at that, this player still finds himself a fair way off the pace.
Yeah, a good round, a decent round, but nothing spectacular, and that's why they're in the position that they're at. They just need to get out there and grind a little bit more. We didn't really see them out there giving it their full effort because they just...
Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time now for the second round of the Farmers Insurance Open from Torrey Pines. Hi everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us once again. Good playing by our leader, who's currently 13 under par, as we get today's play underway on 2K Sports.
That was a misjudgment coming out of the sand.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And a par putt awaits him. Oh, that's good grit there.
Absolutely. In the bunker off the tee, getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus. That is right down the sprinkler line.
Second shot on the second. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
That one skated by the edge of the hole.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Currently 2 under for the tournament. Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
choosing the 9-iron here. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This for par.
Currently a couple under for the event. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Let's go to hole number 5, and it's a par 4.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Taking on this approach now from a pretty similar spot.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
Oh, that is beautiful. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Looking for his first birdie of the day. That moves him to within 2 shots of the cut line. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. This one's for birdie. Well, that was a terrific hole for this player. Now just 2 strokes outside the cut.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. We've arrived now at the 7th and the par 4.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players 1 has started out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Well, this looks a rather familiar position. I feel this approach is from the same spot as yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
This one's looking pretty good.
A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. And now just 1 shot outside the cut line. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The 8th hole is a par 3.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
to be going with the 6-iron. Unable to find the green on this one.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
That takes great skill. Lovely shot out of the sand. And tapping in for par on this one. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. On the tee of the par 5 ninth.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. This now, his third shot. Okay, safely on the surface, a chance for a putt to be holed here. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Well, this putt will start out pretty straight and then take a little left turn as it nears the hole.
How good was that putt? And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Okay, Rich, we're through 9 holes here today, and it's cut day. What do you think's going through this player's mind?
Just above the cut line currently. It is a nervous time indeed for this player.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. From around 140 yards here. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. It's some work to do, however. This putt from around 18 feet.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Well, this looks pretty handy.
That was the line.
And makes it. What a bomb. Now 8 shots back after that hole. On the tee of the par 3 11th.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard.
Opting for the 5-wood. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Tried to fade it, just didn't make it happen.
And that's safely on the surface. This putt for par here. And the putt goes down. A nice display of resilience in the end.
It's a nice up and down from the bunker there for the par. Good work.
Let's head to the 12th hole.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Time to take on this shot from the rough.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
This one looks to be a tad wayward. How close was that to going down? Wow, that almost went in the hole. This next putt's for a Barney Rubble. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver.
This is one of the most interesting par fives you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Well struck. Setting up here, looking at an elevated green. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
This putt is about 8 feet. And in she goes. That's a good save.
In the bunker off the tee. Good job getting this back in play.
And it's a one-stroke par four for our leader over the field. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. Good mid-range putt, this one. An 18-footer.
This is for birdie.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one is breaking left to right. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Currently 5 under for the event. Here we are on the par 4 15th hole.
Why are the straightaway par fours the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This one's looking like approximately 210 yards.
Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
I like the pace on this putt.
Can you get it really close?
Yes, sir. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's see what happens here, the 16th.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Going with the 5-wood. Well, that's a handy shot. Putting for birdie here. And he's down there. You got a read?
A huge right to left swinger.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Now 8 shots back after that hole. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Oh, better be careful out there. It's danger. It's heading left, isn't it? And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, he's hit a good bunker shot there, but that one's pretty close. He has this putt to save his par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you? Pretty good shot there.
Yep, that shot's safely on the green. 14 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Oh, put the brakes on that one. That's got far too much speed. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Head of house. Well, these are the pressure moments that can define a season. A putt here to make the cut. And as he makes that putt, he won't be making a run at the leaders just yet, but through to the weekend, he's playing quite nicely. There are still some players out on the course, but right now, it's looking good for him. Well, Beamer, you never like to see anyone have to slam the trunk this early, but unfortunately, an early exit after failing to get through to the weekend.
Luke, every player faces this at some point in time, even the greats. You miss a cut. It's never a good feeling, but you learn from all the mistakes you made, you move on, and hopefully forget about it or fix the problems before you tee it up next time.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Hello there. It is me, John McCarthy, here to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Looking forward to today, no question. Today we'll begin with a par 4 first hole. Let's do this. Crank that drive straight at the pipe. Should be smooth sailing off the tee. Whoa, came onto that one. Look at that fly. And this one's around 185 yards to the pin. All right, kick left. Good luck with this, way out here. I think this one's breaking pretty hard to the left. Oh man, hopefully the comeback isn't too bad for you. Okay, par putt coming up. You are currently sitting right at even par. All right, par 4 for the second hole. Let's see what you can do. Holy mackerel. That was tattooed. This one's about 100 yards out. We're on the green with that one. Well done. See how you do with this 13-foot putt. Looks like a bit of a break in this one to the right. Oh, no. And this one for par. And after that one, currently sitting at even par. Par 5 on this third hole. Oh, this one's dropping fairway for sure. It was tidy. All right, this one's about 85 yards out. Nice. That was the club. And this one's for bird. That one's zooming by the hole. This one's a 4-foot putt. Okay, even par at the moment. And fourth hole coming up. Going a bit left of the pin. And with this putt, you could save par. Good luck. And after that one, even par is your score. And now we saunter onto the tee of the par 4 fifth hole. Nicely done. Okay, this one's about 105 yards out. Okay, there we go. And here we go, potential birdie. All right, that hole will bring you down to 1 under par. Now we have a par 3 here on the 6th. Here we go for your birdie. And here's an uphill putt, moving to the left. Just a little too much pace on that one. This one's 19 feet out. It's breaking to the left, I think. Oh, what do we have here? This really looks good. And it drops. Well done. Fantastic putt. And you're currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And we've got a long par 4 staring us down on this one. You absolutely demolished that drive. All right, we're in the fairway bunker. Let's see what you got. Well, this one could roll into the rough. And that one's just going to roll into the second cut. Well done. Here's an 11-footer. I think this starts off pretty straight and then takes a bit of a left turn. This putt's going. And down it goes. Well done. And after that one, you currently sit at 1 under par. Okay, par 4 for the 8th. Tee shot's looking decent. Okay, setting up here about 140 to the pin. Nothing wrong with that. Safely on the green. Sink this and you're down to 2 under. Oh! All right, nice 3-footer to deal with. And this is a pretty lengthy par 5 hole ahead of us. Holy Majunder. That was a massive drive. And here's our second shot on the 9th. Well done. And this is your 3rd shot. And that green slopes away from you, so this approach could go a little long if you're not careful. Nice shot. That'll do. You could go to 2 under with this putt right here. This one's breaking left to right. Ooh, flying by the hole. 4 feet to go. And now let's see what happens here on the 10th. Well, you can't hit them all. All right, second shot on the 10th. Okay, here's a par putt. And currently 1 under for the day. The 11th presents us with a par 5. Nice swing on that. Taking driver off the fairway, are you? All right, and we have rolled into the second cut here. All right, let's do it. This to save par. And you're 1 under for the day. Okay, wind's picking up a bit. We got a headwind on this one. Well, tee shot's looking good here. The shot's just about 95 yards to the pin. Well, you missed the approach. I'm not mad. Oh, pretty good with the chipper there. If you sink this, you could save par. And that putt safely in its home. Currently sitting at 1 under par. All right, here we go. 13th hole. This one's a par 4. All right, this one's about 175 from the pin. Okay, here we go. Have fun with this putt. Well, this has my attention. Still looking good. Oh, come on, get down in there. Oh, yes, that'll go down. Nicely done. And after that hole, you'll bring your score down to 2 under. All right, the par 4 14th is next. All right, you caught the downslope. Let's see how far this baby runs. Well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that one. And from the green side bunker. Nice. And here's your par putt. And after that, you're 2 under. And teeing this one up on the 15th hole. And he could have this sneak into the rough. Well, you tried, you just didn't quite hit this green. And good luck with your second here on the 15th. Quite the view from here, way out on the green. Good luck. This putt's going uphill and to the right. Ouch, right by the hole. This one's a 3-foot putt. Okay, let's head to the next. That hole will bring your score up to 1 under. And on to number 16. We have a par 4 on this one. And this is about 170 yards to the pin. This one's heading a little bit to the left. And that'll do. Grab your putter. Here's a putt from 21 feet away. This putt's going downhill. I think it's going to the right as well. Oof. Okay, this one is for the par. And after that one, you sit at 1 under par. Okay, the hole is 17. The par is 3. Let's have a good tee shot. Okay, we're on the green. Now this from 16 feet. Oh my, flew right by the hole. All right, let's sink this one for par. Okay, 1 under par on your round. And best of luck as you bring this one on home here on the 18th hole. Nice swing. Sounded great. Okay, setting up here with an elevated green ahead. Okay, I know you can do it. I know it's not the easiest putt in the world, but I've got confidence in you. This one's going left to right, pretty hard too. Bit long on that one. And now this from 13 feet. This might move just a touch to the right. It could be a good one. And we're done here. And as this round comes to a close, it'll be 1 under par for you. All right, thank you so much for the round. That was great to spend a little time outdoors with you. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Hello there and welcome to this society event. Starting things off today with a par 4. Time to get it. Let's crank this into the fairway and be on our way. And look at this, just striped it off the tee. Okay, this is about 155 yards to the pin. For the birdie. Well, this one's looking good so far. That's well done from there. Maybe we'll get the next one to go. And we're starting the round at even par, and that's a great way to kick things off. Okay, careful of the headwind out there. All right, we'll take that. And second shot here on the second hole. Shots coming towards the green nicely. Yeah, that'll work. Nice approach. 12 feet left to the hole. This one looks like it's moving a bit to the right here. Amazing shot. Okay, and you're down to 2 under par now after that one. Let's see what you can do here on this par 5, third hole. I'll take that. Little play. Okay, third shot. And this putt's about 18 feet away. This one should start off pretty straight and then turn to the left. Looks like you got a line on this. It's still on the line. And the putt goes down. Fantastic work. Brought things down to 3 under after that one. Careful out there. Wind's going left to right on this hole. That's safe. 21 feet to the cup from here. It looks like this one's breaking to the left. Ooh, easy, Tiger. Okay, this one for par. And after that hole, you're 2 under par. Okay, 5th hole, par 4. And this one's about 85 yards to the pin. Well done. That's another green in regulation under your belt. This putt is 9 feet away. And after that one, you're 3 under. Heads up, wind's going right to left on this one. Come on, ball, kick to the right. Here's what you're looking at for birdie. I think this one's going left to right. Ooh, that's too bad. And now this from 4 feet. And after that hole, you are at 3 under par. All right, 7th hole now, and it's a par 4. Good job. This shot's around 155 yards out. Ooh, this could be trouble. Needs to hold on to the fairway. I'm liking that one. Nice chip. And let's check in on the scorecard, shall we? And your score this round is currently 4 under par. See if you can use the wind on this hole. It's left to right. Well, this drive's looking okay. All right, second shot on the 8th. And that approach was a bit wayward. And this is our third shot. Yeah, if you sink this, you could save par. Nothing too crazy in this one, I don't think. Just a little bit to the left. Oh, that one zipped right by, didn't it? Okay, this one's a 3-footer. All right, you're sitting right at 2 under for the moment. Okay, 9th hole is up, and we got a par 5 ahead of us. That sounded good. Good little shot there. Okay, this one's around 90 yards out. Looks like this one's heading for the green. Here we go. This putt for birdie. Oh, just slides by. Okay, just a few more inches to go. And you currently sit at 3 under par. Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole. Nice approach. 14-footer. Looks like this one will break a bit to the left. Well, it's heading towards the hole. That's in there. Here's your 4th birdie of the day. And after that, you're bringing things down to 4 under par. All right, let's see what happens on hole number 11. Ooh, looks like we're going to the fairway. Good shot. That'll do. Here we go. This is for birdie. Well done out there. That's your 5th birdie on the day. All right, and after that, you've brought your score down to 5 under par. Here's our 2nd shot on the 12th. Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time. Okay, for the save. Our leader currently has a 1-stroke advantage on the field. Okay, 13th hole. We got a par 4. Let's go. Smart shot. We are about 195 yards out from here. Let's get a little kick left here. And this putt is very, very long. Just do what you can. See if we can get this close maybe. Looks like this goes downhill and to the right. Oh, man. And this one's for your par. And clocking in at 4 under par at the moment. And here we go with the par 4 14th hole. Oh, well, that's no good. And we're setting up here with the ball below your feet. And maybe you want to dial a little backspin in here. This is a downslope that could be dangerous around the pin. "26 feet to the cup." This one looks like it's going to the right and downhill a bit. Well, this one's on a line. It's still on track. And it drops. Well done. Fantastic putt. Okay, 5 under par at the moment. Let's see what happens on the 15th hole of this course. Good job. We're on the green. And if this goes, you could get down there to 7 under par. Oh, it's definitely downhill putt. I think it's going left to right as well. Oh. Lining up an 8-foot putt. Right now you are at 5 under. And this one is a par 4 here on the 16th. Nice shot. And this one's around 160 yards out. You're going to like that, won't you? Here we go, birdie putt coming up. Wonderful work out there so far. That's your 7th birdie on the day. 7 under par after that hole. And up next is the par 3, 17th. Yep, that's going to do just nicely. This one's a 21-footer. Looks like a right to left break. Oh, bad break. All right, let's go. This one's for par. And after that one, you're at 6 under. Wind is blowing right to left on this one. You made good contact. Taking a look at the elevated green from here. Solid approach there, pin high. Lining up for a 9-foot putt here. Ooh, almost drained that one for the birdie. All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. Tap her on in. And the putt drops, and you get to end your round with a par. And at the end of this one, it's going to be 7 under par. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for playing, and we will see you soon. Hello there, my name's John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait to see what goes down here in a bit. Today we are going to start with the par 4 first hole. All right, time to giddy up. Get that ball in the fairway, and we'll mosey on our way. And from here, we're looking at about 195 yards or so to the pin. Come on, ball. Kick right. This putt is daunting, to say the least. Hopefully you can this. And this one's going pretty hard left to right. Oh man, hopefully the comeback isn't too bad for you. And this putt's around 11 feet out. Ooh, careful there. You come in there like Seabiscuit. Well, let's just pop this in and grab a bogey. Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right. This one's 8 feet. Okay, 2 over par at the moment. And we're on the par 4 second hole. Let's have a good one. All right, here we go. This one's for birdie. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Looking good so far. Yeah, from that distance, that's going to work. Okay, moving on. And right now you are 2 over par. Got a headwind blowing in our face on this one. Just a pure swing. And here's your second shot here on the third. Setting up for our third shot. And that will play. Thank you very much. Okay, 8 feet. Okay, sitting at 1 over par. Let's see what happens here on hole number 4. And you've got this left over for par. And you're 1 over at the moment. And here we go. 5th hole is a par 4. Great drive. That was some power. Safe approach, nice. And this putt's around 16 feet out. I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. Well, that putt's just going to fly right by the hole, I guess. 10 feet to the cup. I think this one's going left to right. Oh, too bad. And this one's for bogey. A 1-stroke lead for our leader today. 6th hole, we have a par 3 ahead of us. There we go. Great contact. Okay, on the green safely. All right, good luck with this 15-footer. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left. That one's zooming by the hole. And here we go. This one for par. Our current leader is up there by 2 strokes currently. And teeing up now on the 7th. Oh man, just tapped that one. And this one's about 180 yards out. Decent approach there. 15 feet to the cup from here. I think it goes straight and then dives a bit to the left. This putt's tracking. So good, so good. Okay, score is currently clocking in at 6 under par. Okay, par 4, 8th hole, let's go. And this shot's about 145 yards out. Don't want to go too far on this one. The green slopes away from us around that pin. From here, who knows what could happen, but I'm eager to find out. Going downhill with this one, and it's right to left. Just a little bit aggressive there. Okay, let's tap this one on in and move on our way. All right, there you go. And after that, you've gone up to 5 under. Okay. Par 5 is up next for this 9th hole. Good gracious, you absolutely lit that one up. That was a huge drive. You must be feeling lucky. Taking driver off the turf. Yep, that swing was a little bit off. Okay, back in the fairway, good stuff. It's setting up for your 4th stroke here. Okay, let's get this ball in the hole. This to save par. All right, 2 over par at the moment. Here comes the 10th hole. That's okay. No worries. We'll be on the green soon enough. Ooh, I didn't love seeing that. Here we go. Drop this and save that par. And 2 strokes above par currently. And here we go. Par 5, 11th hole. Okay, I'll accept that. Okay, setting up around 250 yards or so. I like that. Oh, almost in the bucket. 5-foot putt here. And it looks like our leader is ahead by 3 strokes at the moment. And we're on the tee here of the 12th hole. We got a par 4. This one looks like it'll play. And setting up about 105 yards to the pin. Okay, here comes the green. I like it. I like what you did there. All right, let's put this in the hole, pull down a birdie, and sprint to the next hole. This one's breaking just a touch left to right. Oh, yeah. 2nd consecutive birdie. I like the way this is going. And let's see what happens here on the 13th hole. Okay, setting up about 180 yards out. That'll play pin high, well judged. 13 feet left to the hole. This one should start off straight, but then it does look like it turns to the left. And you're finding your way around this course. That's your 5th birdie of the day. And a 3-stroke lead for our leader at the moment. All right, on to the 14th. This one is a par 4. Great swing on that one. That was a tee shot. Just spanked it. A little wayward on the approach. That's all right, though. Great chip shot there. Pure. That's pure. And you're 8 under par currently. Here we go. On to 15. This one's a par 3. Here's a look for birdie. And it looks like this one's going pretty hard right to left. Oh, it's going right by. Oh my, it went off the green, unfortunately. And this putt from 10 feet. I think this one's breaking just a bit to the right. Okay, that's 7 under par for the moment. Okay, I have a good tee shot here now on the 16th. Good shot. And this one is around 180 yards to the pin. Safely on the green. This one's about 21 feet to the cup. I think this one will go left to right. Oh, that flew right by. And here we go with the par putt. And you're at even par. All right, this one is number 17. We have a par 3 here. Well, that one wasn't super clean. A little off on that approach, but that's okay. Okay, careful on this one. We're in the rough. All right, good luck here. This one's for bogey. All right, nicely hold. Let's move to the next. And after that one, you're at 6 under. And now to number 18. This one's a par 4. Swinging like silk. This thing's going for days. Look at this thing go. And this one's about 160 yards from the pin. A little too much to the right. Well, missed the green on that one, but I've already forgotten about it. Oh, the chip slides by the hole. 7-footer here. And with that, you get to end your round with a par. Good stuff. And as we finish up for the day, that's going to be 6 under par. Okay, thanks for me. And if I have my way, I'll see you back here. Hello there and welcome to this society event. Today we are starting our round with the par 4. It's time to get on our horse. Let's pop that drive into the fairway and be on our way. Great swing. Oh, and you got all of that one. Second shot here on the first. Godspeed, my friend. Very long putt ahead. Oh, so close. And you've got this left for par on this one. 6 under par currently. Careful on this one. Wind's a bit windy. That was a good one. And this shot's about 100 yards from the pin. Well, you missed the approach. I'm not disappointed in you in any way. Just want you to know that. Good luck on this one. Par save, possibly. You are currently sitting right at even par. All right, we got a par 5. I approve. That's bold, using the driver off the fairway. I'll take it. Setting up here now for our third shot. Oh, come on, that almost went. And 7 feet to the cup. Okay, that'll bring it down to 1 under. And on this one, the wind is picked up. It's going left to right. Yep, that was a good swing. Well done. That'll do for the approach. Lining this one up at 21 feet. And as you line this putt up, tilting a little bit to the right. Oh my, flew right by the hole. And 1 under after that one. And let's let this fly here on the 5th. Oh my goodness, you hammered it. Good one. And this one is for the birdie. And our leader currently ahead by 1 stroke. And now the par 3 6th hole. Good job. Here we go, 10 feet away. Oh, yeah, that'll work nicely. 2 birdies in a row for you. And your score is currently 9 under par. And teeing off now in a long par 4. This drive should be safe. All right, setting up now at about 200 yards away. All right, you're on the green. Miles away from the hole, but that is on the green. All right, if you can get this to go, it is yeah, it's worth celebrating. We'll put it that way. This one's way out there. Let's see what goes down. Ooh, right by. I believe this is for your par. And after that one, you're 3 under. That wind is picking up, blowing left to right on this one. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It happens. Here's our second shot on the 8th. Oh, almost in there. All right, this one's from 14 feet away. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. Looking good. And yes, the birdie will count. And after that hole, you're going down to 4 under par. And now we have a par 5 ahead on this 9th hole. Nice swing. Okay, hole number 9, shot number 2. Let's see what you got. Don't see that every day. I guess you're just going to take that driver off the fairway and be on your way. Well, that's too bad. And now we can grab our putter. And you could go to 11 under with this putt. And as that drops, that's your 5th birdie of the day. Okay, this hole, we got a tailwind to deal with. If we can get a kick left, it'd be nice. Ooh, that will play. Ooh, setting up for birdie here. And as that drops in the hole, that's your 6th birdie today. And 12 under is your current score. Here we go. Par 5, 11th hole. Have a good drive. I got sand in my shoes already. Let's get out of here. All right, say goodbye to that bunker. We're back in the fairway, and you got a good amount of distance on that too. This shot's around 95 yards to the pin. And that's another green in regulation. 3 feet to go. Boom, dropping on in for your 7th birdie of the day. And 13 under par is your current score. Teeing it up now on the 12th. Not quite sure where this will end up. Setting up here from the deep stuff. Well, this one's flying out of the rough. Might be too much. This one for the birdie. This one's going to go down the hill and right to left, I believe. From there, fine effort. And a 4-foot putt. Okay, 7 under par at the moment. Wind blowing left to right on this hole. Good shot. And this one's about 180 yards out. Missed the green on that one. Okay, here's our third shot. Oh, that's going to do nicely. Out of the sand and in for the birdie. And after that one, you are at 8 under par. And the 14th hole is upon us. Let's have a good drive here. This is a par 4. Really nice swing. Okay, about 105 left to go. Really well judged approach there. 7-foot putt here. Nice work out there. That's your second birdie in a row. And you're sitting right there at 9 under par after that hole. Okay, careful out there. We got a tailwind. Oh, wonderfully struck. Okay, you might want to just send some positive thoughts into the universe before you take this putt on. Whew, way out there. This one's a doozy. Look at this one start way out to the right. All right, we're getting there. Well done. And this will be your par putt here. And clocking in at 15 under par at the moment. And this hole is a long par 4 hole. Good stuff. Alrighty, second shot on the 16th. Well, this approach is leaning a bit to the right. Here we go, setting up in the greenside rough. All right, here's what you got left for par. Whoa, flying by the hole. Just 3 feet left. And it is a 2-stroke lead at the moment for our leader. And now on to 17. This one's a par 3. Here we go, this putt for the bird. This one's going uphill and to the right. Setting up a 12-foot putt here. I think this one starts straight-ish and then goes a bit to the right. A little bit too firm on that one. Here comes the bogey putt. And the current leader is ahead by 2 strokes at the moment. That wind is going right to left out there. And look at that thing go. Oh my goodness, he smashed it. All right, we got an elevated green. Might need some more club. That's a safe shot. And you need this for a final score of 62. Ooh, careful with this. It's downhill, breaking to the right. Well, the putt appears to be on line. And your birdie putt drops on the final hole. That's a good feeling. All right, we're out of here. You've managed to post an 8 under on your scorecard, so that's a good day's work. And that's going to do it. We are done here. Hopefully I'll see you soon, though.